You heard about it, but I can confirm it's real. Landlords sleeping with tenants, tenants sleeping with landlords. Regardless of who idea it was, it violates fair housing laws, and you should not do it. I've been interested in real estate since I was 19 years old. And a friend of mine, his older brothers did real estate. This is before I owned the property. They would tell me stories how their tenants would try to sleep with them. One guy said, hey, I went to go fix my property because a tenant said that something was going on with the toilet. So I go over there with a plunger in hand and my tools ready to fix the toilet. And the tenant says she walks out, her boyfriend or husband, whoever the guy was, he walks to the car. She said, hey, yo, you just go to the car. Told him to be right back. Takes me to the bathroom and pushes the landlord to the wall, who's telling me the story, and was like, so when you gonna come get some of this? And he was like, man, I ran out of there like a little girl, you know? And here it is, I'm a young guy, and I'm like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait to have those problems. But listen, we all seen what's going on with these celebrities. What Farrakhan says, don't laugh when powerful men fall. You learn from it. You can't be letting these people P. Diddy you. You know what I mean? Yeah, they can lower you in the hole, but when they don't get what they want, and I'm not saying P. Diddy, everything he did was right, but I'm saying some of these situations were sketchy. When they don't get what they want out the outcome of the equation is, hey, they can flip the script on you. All right, just know that. Throughout my real estate career, when I got in, I learned a lot from my local RIA, Real Estate Investment Association, Metrolina RIA to be exact, located here in Charlotte. And they had the fair housing people come talk to us. And when the fair housing lady came talk to us, she talked about a situation whereas the landlord and tenant had an agreement. The agreement was, hey, you're gonna sleep with me and you're gonna get free rent in my property. Well, the wife found out. So the wife was like, yo, she gotta go. So when she got kicked out, all right, she's not getting the benefits no more. She went and got legal aid. She ended up suing the landlord. So she had proof of everything that this dude violated the fair housing laws. I don't think she knew, but the attorney's like, yo, this dude violated fair housing laws. He had to pay her, all right? He had to pay her some money. Cause you know what I mean? Like, yo, listen, any attorney would tell a landlord, like, bro, you better settle, you know? So he had to cut her a check so she can go her way. Over my career, yes, I had tenants come on to me, but I know how to play it. I'm not gonna put myself in a bad situation. And now that in the situation, whereas I got properties with $200,000 worth of equity, $50,000 there, this, that, an attorney, if they want to, could really jack me up, with freezing up equity and stuff for payouts. So I'm like, yo, listen, I'm gonna move cautiously. I don't get too friendly with my tenants. I try to keep it business. I intentionally not try to get too personal. All right. And that's intentional because I don't want them to think that, we're friends, because when they think that you're their friend, they might try to take advantage of you. Or I don't want them to think that I'm interested in them, sexually, romantically, or type of thing like that. So I keep it professional, So with that being said, over the years, I just decline it. Like I had tenants ask, can they come to my house? I say, that's not a good decision. It's not very professional, of me to do that. I have tenants say, hey, asking about, my personal relationship status, and I just keep it simple. Like, hey, yeah, I'm married, so just get out of that situation, right? Even though I'm single as a dollar bill, just to throw that out there. Recently, and I'm gonna put the text on the screen. This is wild, right? So I had this tenant, okay? She asked me about my status. I told her, hey, I'm single, whatever. And I just left it at that, right? Like I try not to fall for the bait, right? She comes back like, hey, I want to say anything, like, and whatever she says, the text message is there, but she said, hey, I can come over after work. And I'm like, nah. As you see, my reply is, listen, I'm not trying to violate fair housing laws, and I'm a devout Muslim. She apologized. Hey, no need to apologize. It's cool. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to do that. And I was telling my real estate group of this on our text message thread, And one of my guys said, yo, I had a tenant try to do the same thing to me. And I sent them the Shannon Sharp emoji, and the moving emoji, the one where Shannon Sharp is like, He sent to that. Like, no, because we all know Shannon Sharp just had to pay out because of what? Lust, sex. So I declined, I got out of that situation. Do you not know, right? The next week, I get the text message. Oh, I'm gonna be late this week, la la la. Okay, that's fine, you're gonna be late. It's the late fee, etc. We get it on. And we just go back to regular business. All right. But I want to bring awareness to everybody, men and women. Do not do this. It violates fair housing laws. I know there are some landlords who do it, okay? They do it. But listen, don't put yourself in a situation whereas you up there making love and they making survival. What do I mean by survival? Meaning that they just trying to get to the next rent cycle or the next week or whatever, and you think you making love, you know what I mean? And then the agreement stops, sex stops, and you think you gonna get paid. Nope. And she come to court saying what y'all did, or he come to court saying what y'all did. That can be a mess for you, and you will have to pay out, all right? So just keep that in mind, man. You gotta learn how to control and manage your lust. Don't put yourself in a situation whereas you are going to lose everything for 15 minutes of pleasure, bro. It ain't even worth it. And it's coming from a 42-year-old man. Listen, bro, I'm gonna keep telling y'all, man, keep your mind on your money and your money on your mind, all right? You can't lose women chasing money. You know what I mean? I'm not saying dedicate your life to money, but I am saying dedicate your life to making the right decisions. So always remember, you're one fleshly decision from losing it all. Yo, watch this video next to me. What makes more money, renting out rooms or renting out houses? I'm Nasser, AKA the real estate guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a doer because I actually do this business. Peace.